Channel 8 presents Galaxy, Breaking Down the Dirty Truth, presented by our hosts Danielle, Tina, Nanki, John, and Claire. In today's episode, we will be discussing microbes and their habitats and characteristics, the types of bacteria and their consequences, and the safety measures used when in frequent contact with different types of bacteria. But before we start with the lesson, does your mobile phone or toilet contain more bacteria? We will find out the conclusion of the episode. The answer may shock you. Our planet Earth is home to approximately 1 trillion species of microbes. 99.9% of microbes are still yet to be discovered. Microbes are microscopic organisms that can be multicellular or single-celled, composed of prokaryotic or eukaryotic cells. Microbes are unique and complex and can perform a variety of different functions within our ecosystem. There are different types of microbes: bacteria, algae, fungi, protozoa, and viruses.
There are microbes living almost everywhere on the planet, including deep underground, in the ocean, inside plants and animals, all over our houses, and on many everyday items such as phones, computers, and ATMs. As well as being found in less extreme environments, many microbes are able to live and even thrive in environments where no plants or animals can survive. Some types of microbes that live in these environments are halophiles, which grow in saline environments; thermophiles, that can live in temperatures over 80 degrees Celsius; acidophiles, which can grow in extremely low pH conditions; and alkaliphiles, which prefer extremely high pH conditions; facultative anaerobes, which survive in both aerobic and anaerobic environments; and xerophiles, which can live in very dry conditions. With such a large variety of environments in which microbes have the ability to thrive, it's no surprise that microbes can be found all over our phones, computers, and houses.
Staphylococcus aureus, or also known as golden staph due to its color, is a common bacterium that lives on the skin or in the nose and is very frequently found on all objects that are within human contact. This microbe is a gram-positive coccus which appears as grey-black clusters when viewed through a microscope. Furthermore, S. aureus grows in facultatively anaerobic conditions. That is, this microbe can grow in both oxygenated and non-oxygenated conditions, but has a greater growth in the presence of oxygen. The shape of S. aureus is circular and convex and appears usually as golden yellow colonies. It also has hemolysis when grown on blood agar plates. Streptococcus is another bacterium that is possessed on the skin and throat. This bacterium can easily transfer onto objects and is generally found on phones, computer keyboards, or on ATM machines. Additionally, it can also be located in a typical household. Streptococcus is also gram-positive and has a microscopic appearance of cocci in chains or in pairs depending on the media it has been grown in. Streptococcal colonies vary in color from grey to whitish and usually glisten, and they are also facultatively anaerobic bacteria. Cornea bacteria is also found on many objects that are within human contact, as humans carry this bacterium in their mucous membranes and skin. The morphology of cornea bacteria is a slender gram-positive bacillus, usually with one end being wider, thus giving the often described club-shaped appearance. This microbe is also happy in facultatively anaerobic conditions and usually appears as opaque, white or grey colonies. Escherichia coli, or we all know as E. coli bacteria, normally live in the intestines of healthy people and animals, but can also be found on daily use objects or around the house, as it can easily travel person to person. This microbe, unlike the others, is gram-negative, as its cell wall is composed of a thin peptidoglycan layer and an outer membrane. E. coli are bacillus, in other words rod-shaped and facultatively anaerobic. Their growth is generally in large colonies and appear as thick greyish-white rods. Pseudomonas aeruginosa is more commonly found in moist places such as the kitchen and bathroom in your household. It is encapsulated gram-negative rod-shaped bacterium and usually lacks facultatively anaerobic conditions. This microbe is slightly unique due to its odor. It is described that the smell of this microbe is grape-like or tortilla-like depending on its species.
Many people carry the Staphylococcus aureus bacteria either on the surface of their skin or in their nose, and mostly there isn't a problem. However, if the bacteria enters the body, it may multiply and cause an infection. This bacteria can cause a host of minor conditions such as folliculitis, ear infections to the more serious ones such as sinusitis and gastroenteritis. The Streptococcus bacteria can be spread through coughing or sneezing as well as through contact with infected wounds or sores. It is responsible for strep throat as well as other illnesses including pneumonia, meningitis, and sepsis. Current bacterium is mainly responsible for diphtheria but can also cause skin infections, pneumonia, and endocarditis. E. coli is not entirely harmful, but the harmful strains can cause gastrointestinal illness, urinary tract infections, and meningitis, all of which can lead to life-threatening consequences. There are many types of the Pseudomonas aeruginosa bacteria, but only a few types can cause an infection. It can cause well-known conditions such as hot tub rash, red and itchy skin rash resulting from contaminated water, and swimmer's ears.
With microbial life all around us, it is imperative that we consider daily safety precautions if we are to evade infections. Washing hands regularly is a useful measure to reduce your exposure to harmful bacteria. This can be used in conjunction with alcohol-based hand gels. Hygiene precautions are especially important in large public areas, where we may find ourselves holding onto handrails or touching numerous door handles. Simple gestures are also effective in reducing the spread of harmful bacteria. For example, when sneezing, turning away from other people or from food and sneezing into your elbow is useful. Furthermore, it is recommended to be cautious with our food intake, ensuring that it has been stored in conditions below 4 degrees Celsius and not leaving it out for more than 1 hour. Initially, preparing the food in a clean environment is important as well. Maintaining a balanced nutritional diet is also key in supporting one's immune system to fight pathogens that have surpassed the previously mentioned precautions.
Does your mobile phone or toilet contain more bacteria? The answer is your mobile phone, and it carries 10 times more bacteria than a toilet seat and contains a variety of molds, yeasts, and all different sorts of bacteria.